It was announced yesterday the American President Joe Biden would go to the Middle East, a diplomatic mission to show support for Israel, but also to try to de-escalate. Jackson Proskow is with me from Washington. Jackson, after that attack on the hospital in Gaza, did the president get on the plane?
He did, Donna, but no one knows what the situation will be like by the time he actually lands in Israel tomorrow. The reason being that he's already had to cut part of his trip short. He is no longer attending a summit in Jordan with the leaders of Jordan, Egypt, and the Palestinian Authority. They had backed out of meeting with Biden after that explosion at the Gaza hospital. That said, Biden is still pressing ahead with his meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He has very specific goals in his meetings with the Israelis, specifically reassuring U.S. support for that country and trying to negotiate a humanitarian corridor out of Gaza, both for foreign nationals and to allow some sort of aid in. Biden is also said to want some sort of assessment of what Israel's military goals for its eventual ground invasion may look like to get a better understanding of what they are and what support the U.S. can provide. We should, of course, point out that the U.S. has already announced the deployment of 2 aircraft carriers to the region, and there are thousands of troops on standby. But it's a precarious security situation that the president is walking into. Not only is his own security at risk, and we've seen other visiting leaders and dignitaries have to take shelter from incoming rocket fire, but we should point out that American interests across the Middle East are tonight very much at heightened security alert and facing massive widespread protests after what happened in Gaza today. And back here in Washington, Donna, we know that government buildings, including the U.S. Capitol building behind me, are also now increasing their security posture tomorrow ahead of expected protests with Biden in that volatile region.
All right, Jackson Proskow in Washington as President Biden heads to Israel. Thanks, Jackson.